This was, like I said, an Amazon special. It's nice and solid. It's not, I mean, I can move the whole car pushing that. Hey guys, welcome back to HRG TV. My name is Ben, and we're gonna do some more cool stuff today. I'm with my friend Ian. Say hi, Ian.
Hey.
If you hadn't noticed, Ian is really freaking tall. And, you know, I'm just sort of average. But anyway, this is Ian's car. So tell us a little bit about the car we got here, Ian.
So this is my 2017 Mazda CX-5. We built a 2-inch lift kit for it already. Put 1.5-inch wheel spacers on the wheels. It's a 245 65/17, which is 29-inch tires, or right around there. And today we're going to be putting on a roof rack.
All right, so I actually got this whole kit off of Amazon, and it is surprisingly high quality. You know, usually you get your expectations a little bit low from Amazon, but it actually wasn't cheap, so it is a really nice looking piece. Let's go ahead and pull that off so you can see. This has got a really nice, like, piano black finish to it, which is gonna look really good on there. As you can see, that is a really nice looking piece right there. And then these are the cross rails that go between the two side rails. So it comes with all the hardware you need, and it actually comes with instructions. So step one, you want to take this molding out right here. And in the instructions, it says to use like a special tool, but I have a special tool attached to the end of each arm. It gets these off no problem. Just pull up. You don't need a special tool. And it just unclips. And don't worry about the plastic retainer clips under there, because we will not be reusing those. But they didn't break anyway. I didn't really even pull that hard, so don't be scared to pull that up. It's just these clips right here that hold it in. The new rails are actually going to attach to these brackets here, which are like welded in or bolted in from the bottom. There's 6 of these little mounting points on this gutter that goes all the way to the back. Now the kit comes with these little isolators. They're not really for waterproofing. I think they're just so it doesn't rattle, because there's already a water seal there. So you just put these over top of the little mounting area here, just like this. I think it goes like that, something like that. And then these little clips are gonna go just like that. And it's really hard to see in the picture how they go, and we actually did it wrong the first time. So now you can see how they're supposed to go, just like that. And then you're gonna place all 6 of these with the little felt piece. And at that point, you will put in the rail goes over top of that. So we'll place the rail down, and then we'll put the bolts in last. All right, when you're placing this rail on the roof, you wanna be sure that the weather stripping in the very front goes underneath this part of the windshield weather stripping. And you just slide it underneath like that. And you'll see it lines up with those holes. So at this point, you're gonna put the screws in. This little Torx key actually comes with it. So the only thing is it's not magnetized, and these might actually be stainless screws anyway, but it's easy to drop the screws in there and then have to fish them out. So that's kind of a pain, but if you're really crafty, you can get it in there on the first try without losing the screw. So what you want to do at this point is just get all the bolts threaded in. Don't tighten them, because you might have to adjust this a little bit to get all the holes to line up perfect. But once the bolts are lined up, we're going to tighten all the bolts from the front to the back, and then you'll be almost done. All right, so you just go front to back, tighten up the screws, and you can't really get a lot of torque on these because of the way this tool is made. You can't get it in like that. It has to go like this. And it says between 12 and 14 Newton meters of torque. So right there, that's about 12, and that's 13. So once you got all these bolts tight, you're gonna put in these little plastic caps, which are also painted to match this beautiful piano black color. And these are just gonna pop right down in place, like so. Make sure those bolts are tight, because removing these is not gonna be possible without scratching them up. So be sure you've got those bolts tight before you go putting these in. All right, there you have the finished rail. I think this looks really good. I mean, this was, like I said, an Amazon special. It wasn't a cheap deal. Obviously, it's a really good quality piece. It's nice and solid. It's not, I mean, I can move the whole car pushing that. So it's not a cheap piece as far as quality. I think it was around 250 bucks, something like that. So not too bad. But we're getting ready to put on the cross rails next. And those are gonna bolt right into those two little screws right there. Dude, are you flat-footed on the ground right now?
Yeah.
This is the top, this thing's lifted, okay? There's Ian up there. For reference, here's me. All right, moving on to the cross rail assembly. You've got these two cross rails, and then there's 4 legs that go on. And compared to the rails, these seem like a little bit less quality as far as fit and finish. It's a little bit loose fitment right there. I'm sure once it's screwed together, it'll be nice and tight, but I was hoping it would be a little more snug of a fit right there. But they are at least made out of aluminum. There's no plastic on this whatsoever. And it looks like the hardware is stainless. These two come with instructions. That way. All right, so one side, we can go ahead and bolt this side down. The other side has slots, has a slot in it. So we'll probably need to leave these loose until it's up on the car, and we'll adjust it and get it tightened up once it's on there. All right, one thing worth mentioning on this, there is a front rail and a back rail. The front one is a little bit longer because the roof tapers inward toward the back. So the shorter of the two rails is gonna go to the back. All right, so this back one is a little bit of a challenge, and it won't fit if you put one side in lined up and then try to slide the other side downward like that. It will not go in. So what we did, we placed it on the rails up here and then just gradually slid it back into position. It took a little bit of persuasion, but it actually did end up lining up, no problem. It's just really, really tight. It's a lot tighter than the front one. The front one's got a little bit of play. The back one is just super rigid, and all the bolts are actually still loose. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten everything up, but that's pretty much it. There's a couple of screws that go in right here, and tighten those up just like so. Comes with a tool. Just tighten them up and you're good to go. Okay, once you have all of these screws tight, the last thing you're gonna do is tighten up the screws underneath. Yeah, right here. These screws right here. So once you've gotten all these tight, you can just tighten these up. There you have it. Easy job. The most time-consuming part was tightening all the screws. I actually lost patience and ended up getting out a power tool on that because you can't turn the Allen key but so far. You need to take it out, put it back in, turn it a half a turn, and it's like, ah. But it sure does look really good on there. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it looks awesome.
Hey, watch your head on these lights up here.
I don't know, you might knock my head on the way out.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you liked it. And if you guys are interested in the lift kit for the Mazda CX-5, we do have them now for 2017 and up on our website, hrgengineering.com. The link for that will be in the description below. And as you guys know, this is Ian, and I wanted to just give him a little chance to tell a little bit about himself real quick.
I'm a welder / fabricator here at HRG Engineering, and I make all these really cool lift kits that you guys keep buying. I'm also a rapper / R&B singer. You can find me under King Wakefield. So on Instagram it's king.wakefield. That's king.wakefield. And I'm on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, you name it, I'm on there.
Awesome. I'm going to put a link to his latest song in the description as well. So I hope you guys like that, and I'll see you in the next video.